Hey everyone, it's Cinnamon Swirl Kayla here on YouTube, and today I'm updating you with the video on 3 weeks post extraction and 12 days with my dentures actually being placed. So today I had gone into the dentist. They were just moving a little bit and I was having to use glue, which most people, unless you have a perfect fitting denture, you have permanence, most people do have to use something. So I've been using Fix-It. This guy right here holds really well. Like the other day I had worn it for like 13 hours. So it's pretty good. 13 hours is great. But as soon as I got home, I wanted them out. Like eat, take them off, kind of like shoes. You get home, you just want to be comfortable. You can be naked if you want to. It's your house. Screw it. Who's going to say anything? You're king of your domain. Remember that. So I went in today. I had no real complaints about my dentures in the last 12 days. Actually astonishing. I really not had any complaints. The only thing that could have been a little bit better was I have a very dominant frenulum. And the way that the denture was placed right up here, like in the nose area, the frenulum kind of like sat over, if you can see that. It like sat over. So like it had to go over the acrylic. And they had cut out space when they were doing the placement and the adjustments. And it was like 7 o'clock at night. And so he was like, just come back Monday and we'll get that taken care of. And I really was just living with it. I really don't complain all that often. So it didn't bother me to the point where I was like, I have to get into the dentist or I'm gonna die. No, none of that. It was just like, whatever. After a while, it would get a little sore and then I would call it a day. It was fine. So I went in there today just really to get a little bit more space for my frenulum, to see if they would maybe take back the palate, because when I first got them, I would like be talking to somebody and like gag, like mid-sentence, like mid-word. Then you gotta play it off like choking on air. I'm so silly. No. So anyways, so I wanted him to take back that palate area and move it just a little bit forward so that I wouldn't gag as much. I mean, over the time, I barely even noticed it was there. But then there were sometimes, like I said, you could gag a little, like mid-word. Not even mid-sentence, mid-word. And that wasn't fun. So I went in there to get that fixed. So he just automatically started doing a reline, the soft reline. I didn't ask him to. I thought they were, they had lost suction, like the top had started to lose suction and would wobble around. Like I had to glue it to like eat something crunchy or soft or pretty much anything. If I wanted to eat that day, this guy was on deck. He started to do the reline and moved the palate up for me so that it'd be more comfortable. And he was like, do you have any complaints, anything that you want fixed, any sore spots? And I'm like, no. Other than the frenulum, no. He's like, nothing. No complaints whatsoever. And I'm like, no. Just a little bit more space for the frenulum and then I'll be perfectly fine. And he's like, really? You're like, not like other people. And I was like, well, thank you. I don't like to complain, and even if so, I mean, if it's a big deal, I can see going in, or if they've done something wrong. But the dentist I got was actually really immaculate. He really, really cares. He takes his time. He perfects it. Makes sure you're happy. And so I got really, really blessed with somebody who just really cared and didn't just take my money and go to Maui. No, he took my money and then gave me a reline. What a good guy. So I was in there talking to him, and while he was putting the reline material in there, we were chatting, and I informed him that I was doing a YouTube channel. I wanted to help people, and he thought that was really, really cool. So he actually gave me some papers with videos and ideas that I could bring to you guys And he gave me his email address, his work address, and his personal address, so that if anybody had questions, that I could send it to him and get a professional's opinion or advice versus, you know, Kayla, nobody, who knows nothing, who didn't go to dental school. I went to school, just not dental school. So he gave me these papers, and he said if I ever needed any help with anything to make these videos, that he would be more than happy to help me. So he was giving me some ideas and things I could do. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I mean, he's a pretty good guy, so I'm really, really lucky. Not only did I get a deal on my teeth, but I got a really good person behind that deal. I did the Reline material. Tasted like total chemical crap storm. It still does. And not the good kind. Like, there's some things that smell okay. You know, you walk past the gas station and you don't want to die necessarily, but there's some things that smell like ammonia in a tiny bathroom. And Reline material has a real funky taste to it, and everything I eat kind of tastes like it. So that's exciting experience. They fit now. Before I went in, like if I had talked, I had to kind of clench them down first and try and pop them into, you know, down into the right position before I would speak to somebody. Otherwise, I was playing sudden death and Russian roulette with my teeth. Never knew what word it was just not. Pow. That's not a fun game. Not out in public. So he did the Reline material. Everything fits great. It's soft. It's squishy. It's pillowy. It's just kind of like me. Soft. It feels amazing. And also, one thing I've been talking to my Facebook support group on was that I'm thinking that maybe they were a little bit too far up, and a lot of my bottom teeth are showing. I'll show you. So when I smile, you can see a lot of bottom teeth. I wasn't sure, so I asked around, you know, the opinion of the world, and everybody said they're gonna move down a little bit, which is true. I mean, I had said that in a previous video, but I was wondering about how much they would move down and how that would throw off everything. So I don't know. Anyways, when he did the Reline, it actually moved up. So now when I smile like naturally, I don't look like the Cheshire Cat. You know, that cat on the wall and his eyes are like this. I'm starting to look somewhat normal. So that's a good thing. Normal is good. It's okay. I like being me because I'm unique, and so are you. So be yourself. So, what else do I have to talk about? I don't know. Everything is going great. I'm so beyond thrilled that I made this choice. I love my teeth. I have no complaints. Even if they're a little loose, I have no complaints because I can just glue them in, slack them in, and go to eating. And I couldn't do that before. I couldn't chew on my back teeth whatsoever. And that is the epitome of sucking. But now that I have all these teeth, I can chew whatever. I even ate a little piece of steak the other day. What? Steak. So like it was thin and it was small, but I did it. I did it. Okay guys, so I was in the store the other day and I thought, I'm missing something. And so I used to go look at things that interested me, like makeup or hairbrushes, whatever piqued my interest that day, and I find myself in the denture aisle more often than not. Like every time I go to the store, I peruse down the denture aisle, see if there's anything new. Is that weird? So be it. So everybody had been talking about this product right here called Stain Away, and I was curious. I didn't want to be the only one not using it. FOMO, fear of missing out, so I had to join the group. So I got this, and I've only used it once, and I I didn't really notice too much of a difference, so I'm going to keep using this and see if it does anything for me, because I do want to keep them white. Pay a lot of money, I expect them to be looking pretty, doing what I want them to do. The other thing I got was this, and it even came with a free denture brush. It's the little things that excite me. It used to be like 5-10 cents, now it's like a free denture brush. To each their own. I don't judge. Don't judge me. So I got this denture cleaning paste so that I can clean the actual teeth themselves. I know that we're not supposed to use the regular denture brush to brush the actual teeth, so I've always used a child's toothbrush. I thought that was a good plan. I rocked with it, rolled with it. It worked for me. I haven't scratched them. They're still beautiful. It's only been 12 days, but you get the point, right? So I'm going to start using this, and I will post an update on that. This guy. Get rid of it. After the first like 2-3 days, stopped working. Didn't do crap. I mean, like, I glued him then, sat, held it, stared at myself in the mirror for 5 minutes while still holding it. And I don't know if you ever try to have a conversation like this, but it doesn't work. So after you put your teeth in, it takes a minute till you can have a conversation with people. I had them in forever and tried to eat something, and they busted loose like within the first 3 chews. Gone. So I'm not using that anymore. Didn't work for me. I'm gonna stick with the Fix-It Plus. Now I do have a question, because I'm not a doctor, and I mentioned it to my dentist, and he told me to do a controlled study. Now, I've already done the controlled study and came up with the conclusion that this gives me headaches. But the headache might be worth it for the fact that it actually holds them in place like a dream. They don't budge. Nothing. Nothing moves them. I can probably get punched in the face and they just wouldn't move. So the Fix-It Plus has been giving me headaches, and I'm not sure if that's happening to other people. I might switch over and try the zinc-free version because I don't want to get poisoned. I just paid a lot of money for teeth. That shows that I actually care about life. So I'm going to see if I can get the other version of this and see if that works and stops giving me headaches, because I did a couple days and I noticed I was getting little headaches here and there, and then I had a headache all day long, like all day, and I thought, this is not normal. I don't have headaches very often. I have allergies, but they don't really cause headaches like that. So the next day I tried the Super Polygrip, which did nothing for me, but I didn't get a headache. So I'm thinking the culprit has got to be zinc, but I'm not 100% certain. So if anybody knows or can relate to that, if you would post it in the comments below, let me know I'm not abnormal, crazy, or going through some things. So I'm going to be making a video soon called You Might Wear Dentures If... Dun dun dun. Things that happen when you wear dentures. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what to expect. It's random. You could be coughing and adios, they're gone. So I'm gonna make a funny video about things you might be a denture wearer if that. If you guys have any questions, again, I was going to do a Q&A. Good to know. Feel free to ask them in the comment section below. And somebody asked a question last time and I answered it, and then I thought, well, that's probably silly. I'm supposed to be saving these for a video. I'm fun like that. So I don't really have too much to update about. I love my teeth. I'm so glad I did it. I'm so amazingly blessed with the fact that I found somebody who cared and who was willing to do this for me at an amazing price. Oh, also, when I was in the dentist's office, because he was helping me come up with some ideas on what to make the videos about, he put a little bit of extra reline material, the soft reline material, in my teeth, and he told me that if I wanted to let everybody know, if you get a soft reline and a little bit of it comes above or gets on the side, or if it's not perfect, that you can actually pick that material out. It won't damage it, it won't do anything, and we're gonna chew that together. I'm gonna put a little clip of that in after I'm done. I'd also been seeing a lot of reviews on Denture Fit, and I haven't tried it yet. I haven't ordered it or anything like that. I've been hearing good things about it, but I myself haven't tried it. He told me that if I did want to try it, to bring it into the office, and we're gonna see how it works together, because he's interested in knowing. Like, he's the type of dentist that wants to know how he can make your life better, how he can, you know, work with the company or recommend something to his patients. So Denture Fit is going to be one of our tests. When I finally do get a kit, we're going to go and do it in his office, and we will keep you updated on everything that's going on. There's not much else to say, really. It's a beautiful day. I'm about to go swimming with my baby. And until next time, my loves, smile bright. So as promised, here is the clip that I wanted to do. These are the teeth, and right here. So what he did was he shaved down and gave me more space for my frenulum, my hook frenulum, strong as can be. And he put in the soft reline material right here. I'm going to try and get a clip of it. It's not as sexy as it used to be, but then again, dentures are not sexy at all. No. So here's the inside. I'm going to try and get a good view of it. The soft reline material is all inside of there. And then also in here. That one's a harder angle to see, but the new material is all inside. So he had told me that I could, you know, this might be a good idea to share with people, that if you're, you know, hygienist or assistant, whoever does your soft relines, if they get any on the teeth, that it's no big deal. You don't need to like go make a dentist appointment. That the material, if you catch it quickly enough, will just literally peel away like that. See how it's coming right off? So he put some extra material on mine so that I could show you how easy it is to just pick that off. And I'm a picker by nature, so this is fun for me. Anyway, you can see the little pieces of reline material. So I'm not going to spend 20 minutes doing this, but if your dentist does get a little bit of soft reline material, you know, you can go ahead and take off. He said he wouldn't pick this part too much, like the top part right there. I wouldn't pick at that too much, but otherwise, you know, if a little get on the teeth portion of it, it comes right off pretty quickly. Alright guys, thanks again.